Hello YouTube, this is Thompson08737 bringing you the first airport update for the new 1400 scale airport. It's been a long time coming. I've been trying to keep you guys updated as much as I can, but I think the time has finally come. Been working solid pretty much for the last 2 days. Not to sound like I've been rushing things, but you know, the anticipation kicks in and the excitement, and you just want to start sharing it with people, start sharing pictures and videos and getting into the action. Bearing in mind the schedules I've done are going to be like per video. It's a bit difficult doing airport videos, airport day videos, because you don't actually see the schedules in full as such. So to give you an idea, this is kind of around about the 8 o'clock period in the morning, so about 8 AM, just as the sun is about rising at this time of year in the UK. Now before 8 o'clock there are quite a lot of schedules heading out early in the morning. Some are night stoppers and some have come in early hours of the morning and going back out again. Bearing in mind all these schedules are based on summer, so there's a little bit of a contrast there obviously, but I don't think you'll notice too much because it is supposed to be like a mega hub, this airport. Now obviously we're starting off filming with these stands here. Now you've got a picture that these stands go beyond this, they go further. You know, if I had the space, the airport would be absolutely massive, but I can only do so much with the space I've got and the board size. So imagine that. The schedules again, you can only show so much. You might be thinking, well, I could have featured more, but the thing is, I've got the way I've been looking at it is how the schedules work. So what comes in first, and if aircraft have gone out, what's left over, that sort of thing. It just gets all a bit confusing, to be honest, trying to explain things, because it's all in my head and the way I've worked it out and everything like that. So if I tried to explain it, this video would be too long, and I'd probably bore you to death, to be quite honest. So the general idea is you probably will see more movement or more models on my Instagram page or Facebook page than you will in the airport update videos on YouTube. So it's a shame about that, but that's how it kind of works out, because the thing is, after I've done this, there are some other movements I'm going to be featuring. To give you an idea, such as a Wizz A321, Aer Lingus ATR 72 and Swiss A220. I could always cut the video in half and then show them as well, but I don't know whether that's worth doing or not. You can always let me know what you think on the situation, but generally for now I think there's quite a nice little update just to get started off with. Other updates I'm sure will be a lot busier as well, and I will try and sort of move things around a little bit each day. Monday, every day's schedules are quite long, so Monday will probably take a while anyway. In terms of updates, in terms of videos, I'm not really sure how often should I say to upload, but we'll see how that pans out in due course. So crack on with the update. So starting off at the very far side, we've got this British Airways A319, which is GEUPA, operating as BA1382 and BA1387 outbound to Heathrow. Next we have the Aer Lingus A320 operating as EI202 203. This is of course operating from and to Dublin. And then we've got this Jet2 737-800, which will be heading out to Nice. This was actually one of the night stoppers as well, operating as LS1649. So, you know, like I say, for the most part, there's only so many stands, and goodness me, like Monday schedules, there was quite a lot of EasyJet heading out. And I can't really film in the dark as such, so that's why I started about 8 o'clock. Hopefully that kind of makes sense. Panning round, you can only maybe just see it, but another idea I want to kind of give you guys is like a perspective from a spotter's point of view. And when you go to an airport, not everything is always visible or in clear view. So this gives you an idea, such as on the far side of this terminal section with the wide-body aircraft, what you can see and what you can't see. So we've got this Virgin Atlantic 747-400. This is actually the Phoenix version, registration GVAST. This will be operating, well, it came in as VS128 this morning, and we'll be heading out as VS127 to New York. It actually came in from Atlanta. Again, it'll be, each update there will be a variation of different wide-body aircraft, maybe all utilising all 4 stands that we see. Again, each update will be different. I can't really say much more than that for now. But that's the general idea. Panning across, we have this Jet2 757-200 GLSAA. And I just want to say, NG have announced a new version of this. But when the NG version comes out, I will still be utilising this one as well. I.e. using it on updates, because they will be different. One will have the, I think it's 22 kilogram baggage allowance titles, and obviously this one won't. So there is still a slight difference, even though the same registration. I'll try and make it so they don't clash, so to speak, because obviously it will still be the same registration. But this operated as LS782 this morning, came in from Gran Canaria, and he's now operating as LS951 heading out to Corfu. And then entering the runway at threshold 20, they're the numbers that I went for on this airport. We have this Ryanair Ryanair 737-800 operating as FR7805 heading out to Athens, again another night stop. And then we move on to some of the I always get, doing an airport, I always love my cargo section. I don't know why exactly, but I genuinely just love having the aspect of cargo. So as you can see here, we've got 2 777-200 freighters. The first one, or the far one, the Southern Air 777, is actually a night stop, a very, very long stopover for this aircraft. It actually always comes in on Sunday night. So yeah, Sunday night, and then goes out later on Monday evening about 11 o'clock at night. So it has a very, very long stopover. This is actually going by the East Midlands airport, cargo airport schedule. So that's what I got from that. So I'm pretty certain that's correct in terms of the times. This is operating as SO0109. We'll be heading out to Leipzig later on, much later on. And then in front of that we have a Qatar 777 operating as QR8444. Both legs came in from Doha, and we'll be heading out to Milan. Again, all the schedules, I've gone through it before, have been utilised using Flight Radar 24 mostly. Some of the cargo using the East Midlands cargo schedule, which you can find online. And such as like the Southern Air, that will probably be featured throughout other upcoming updates as well, because the idea is to do updates per hour. Now you're thinking, if we start 8 o'clock in the morning, certainly in sort of winter time now it is, you're thinking, well, 8 o'clock maybe down to even when it gets dark around about 5 o'clock. I will try and utilise some photos, like try and do some night photos, see how that pans out. I've got an idea for something like that, but in terms of videos it'll be very difficult. But throughout the whole day of Monday. So this is Monday. If I didn't make that clear enough, this is Monday's schedules, and we're going to do it day by day. As soon as a new day comes about, I will let you know. I'll let you know what sort of time of day it is. So this is around about 8 o'clock. So the next hour will be about 9 o'clock. Now the majority of these will probably be gone. I believe obviously all the schedules will be coming in as well, and like I say, the Southern Air will still be in, and the Virgin Atlantic I think is heading out around between 10 and 11 o'clock. So you will see some models. You might be thinking, well, you know, we saw that in the last update, but the idea is to give you an idea of exactly, you know, how the day is going to pan out, how the schedules are panning out in full, because it's going to be a lot of swapping and changing. If I do it like all mixed random, it'll just get confusing for me. So, and well, let me know what you guys think of the new sort of process and everything like that. If I do future updates and you think, you know what, not much has changed, or there's not much happening, we need a bit more, then please do let me know, because if it is, you know, a bit boring or whatever, then by all means let me know. I just thought, just to maybe finish off, we'll do a little bit of an overview of the airport, just to give you guys a general idea, because otherwise you might not really know. So I'm just going to move the tripod 1 second, and then lift the camera up as well, and then just to give you a bigger picture of the layout, we'll run through a few things. So the main terminal, so we've got utilising 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 narrow body gates with air bridges, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 sort of remote stands, if you like, which will be utilised with buses and air stairs, as you can see. And then we've got 4 wide body stands, this one being A380 size. Obviously the runway, far side, main taxiway as well, runway entrance, runway exit. I've got this little sort of junction thing here, taxiway junction with this little grass section. Moving on, the actual entrance to the threshold, so runway 20 here, the angle, you'll notice of the taxiway was actually inspired by the Miniature Wonderland in Hamburg. There's something about that airport that always gives me some ideas. So I took that on board, and yeah, that's kind of utilised similar to that. And moving on, got the cargo apron. I've also got this hangar as well, utilising the hangar again. I'm thinking of using this for more BAE systems actually. I've got some all white BAE 146s which I found on eBay. And I'm thinking of maybe using that. I've also got a 727, which was originally an Iran Air 727. I removed the titles, so it's just in like basic colours basically. And I'm thinking maybe we could utilise that. A little bit like the oil spill response 727s that we have at Doncaster. So, you know, maybe for research purposes, I don't know, but it's just a little bit of an idea. Another thing I was thinking about for a long time as well was Air Atlantique, or Atlantic Airlines. They no longer fly anymore. I think they kind of merged into West Atlantic, I'm not sure. But I kind of want to keep them going, so I might utilise them sometimes as like a charity, or like a group of people that are fundraising to keep that airline running, sort of thing. Again, just a bit of an idea. But that's pretty much the overall layout of the airport, guys. Let me know what you think. By all means, comment, like, and if you haven't already, then please do subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.